Something is happening at St. James Park that is going to leave many fans speechless. Behind the scenes at Newcastle United, the atmosphere is tense, cautious, and at the same time, urgent. A series of major negotiations is being handled with the utmost secrecy, and everything indicates that the club is preparing for one of the most impactful moves of this transfer window. The silence from the board, often a sign of prudence, now seems to hide a bold, almost desperate strategy that could completely reshape Newcastle's attack over the coming weeks. Inside the club's corridors, the buzz is constant. Sources close to St. James Park claim the club is working at full speed to iron out details, involving multi-million-pound deals and decisions that go far beyond the ordinary. There's a strange feeling in the air as if something huge is about to drop, and the most attentive fans have already started piecing together the clues: unusual meeting times, unexpected movements from the scouting department, and a persistent effort to secure meetings with key agents. One thing is clear: Newcastle is preparing to react. And if you're one of those fans who follows every step the club makes, you already know when things are this secretive, it's because something big is brewing. The British press has started to pick up on early signs of what's coming. And names are now being mentioned, not as speculation, but as confirmed info from sources like The Athletic, Fabrizio Romano, and NEWCASTLE. So, if you want to stay updated with everything going on behind the scenes at St. James Park, now is the time to subscribe to the channel. Your subscription helps us massively and ensures you never miss out on key updates before anyone else. So far, it might still sound like just another market move, but it's not. What's unfolding right now behind the scenes at Newcastle involves one of the most important players in the current squad. A player who was crucial last season, who represents the attacking power of this team and who now could be on his way out. The board knows that if a sale happens, a swift and strong response will be needed to keep the squad competitive. And that's exactly what's being worked on right now. Replacing one key player with two immediate reinforcements. Well then, it's time to reveal what's happening. According to information confirmed by David Ornstein of The Athletic, Newcastle United is preparing a high-level offensive to secure the signing of Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. The 1.95-meter Slovenian striker has been on the club's radar for months, but talks intensified this past Friday. The reason is simple: Alexander Isak wants to leave. Interest from European giants like Arsenal and PSG has picked up pace. And behind the scenes, the club is already working with the real possibility of his departure before the end of the window. With that in mind, the board has wasted no time. According to Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle are ready to go all in for Sesko, who is considered one of the most exciting attacking prospects in European football. The 22-year-old striker, who was even on Arsenal's shortlist before they prioritized Victor Gyökeres, is seen as the ideal replacement for Isak, and that's not all. Internal sources confirm that the club is still in active negotiations with Brentford for Yoane Wissa, in a deal that could exceed £35 million. If you think this is already big news, wait until you understand the scale of the operation Newcastle is preparing. According to Ben Jacobs from NEWCASTLE, club executives held meetings with Sesko's representatives throughout Friday in an effort to agree on personal terms. The official bid has not been submitted yet, but it's very close, and the number being floated by insiders is £60 million. Of course, deals of this size are never straightforward. Jacobs adds that RB Leipzig are expected to demand a strict and well-structured payment plan to release their striker. That means this won't be an easy job for Newcastle's board. Still, there's strong confidence internally that the club's sporting project could be a major selling point. After all, if Isak does leave, Sesko would walk straight into a key role with guaranteed game time in a Premier League team on the rise. By the way, if you've made it this far, it's because you feel what we feel too. Something huge is on the verge of happening. And if you want to follow this entire story closely and exclusively, subscribe to the channel right now. We bring you behind-the-scenes updates firsthand, with credibility and information straight from the top sources in English and European football. Back to the current developments. The £60 million offer for Benjamin Sesko is likely to be accompanied by a parallel move, an effort to finalize the signing of Yoane Wissa in the coming hours. The Brentford forward is seen as an important complementary piece, especially if the club's strategy is to secure two fully prepared strikers to start the season, sharing the attacking responsibilities. According to internal analysts, the duo of Sesko and Wissa would be capable of maintaining the same technical and physical level that Isak brings, with the added benefit of offering two distinct and complementary profiles to Newcastle's front line. The fans have already started reacting online. Across forums and WhatsApp groups, Newcastle supporters appear divided. Some fear losing Isak, while others feel hopeful about bringing in young, high-upside talents like Sesko. The truth is, for a club aiming for silverware and consistency in the Premier League and Europe, squad depth is essential, not just relying on a single key player. And that's precisely the thinking guiding the next steps from Newcastle's leadership. Sources close to the club also revealed that Sesko's camp is excited about the sporting project presented. Despite interest from other top European clubs like Milan and Borussia Dortmund, Newcastle has gained ground in recent days by offering a clear long-term growth plan, along with competitive salary terms. The Premier League factor also plays a major role. It's the most watched league in the world, and for many young players, it's the perfect stage to shine and grow their value. It's worth reinforcing that neither signing is complete yet. The transfer window remains open, and as we all know, things can change in the blink of an eye. But Newcastle's moves towards Benjamin Sesko and Yoane Wissa are very real, very concrete, and based on highly reliable sources like David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano and Ben Jacobs. All we can do now is follow the next chapters of this unfolding story and hope that the club reacts swiftly and smartly if Isak does leave. And speaking of fast reactions, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the next updates. Here you'll be the first to know everything, even before it hits the headlines. Every new meeting, every proposal, every move from the board, we've got you covered. Newcastle fans, there are still several internal points to be discussed. Manager Eddie Howe and his team are said to have already approved both names as priority targets in the event of Isak's departure. Sesko, with his physical profile and finishing ability, would be used as the central striker, while Wissa, with his pace and mobility, would play a more dynamic role, offering important tactical variety. The goal is not just to fill a gap but to diversify the team's style of play, something the fans themselves have been calling for since last season. Finally, it's worth highlighting that this type of move represents a significant shift in how Newcastle have approached the market. Until now, the club had mostly focused on young talents with resale potential, avoiding major financial risks, but a potential £100 million double investment in two attackers signals a change of strategy. The aim now is to compete head-to-head with Europe's elite, and that, Newcastle fans, is a clear sign that the club's project is becoming increasingly ambitious. So, what about you? Would you accept Isak leaving if it meant bringing in both Sesko and Wissa? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to share this video with other Newcastle supporters. Good information is meant to be shared. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single behind-the-scenes update from what promises to be one of the most exciting transfer windows in recent St. James Park history.